Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I will be making a tier list based on my reaction if someone said this was their favorite movie. These movies are completely random. I grabbed 30 random movies. I shuffled them on my Letterboxd. I have currently seen 640 movies, but these are the 30 ones it decided I should talk about today. So let's go through the tiers here. We have I Love You. If someone said this was their favorite movie, I might just fall in love with them or propose to them or marry them on the spot. Because wow, what an incredibly based decision that is your favorite movie. It says a lot about you as a human being, and I connect with that and you by proxy. Perfectly Respectable, probably not completely my cup of tea, but I get it. Like, it's objectively like, yeah, I get it. There's probably a lot of people like you who agree that that's their favorite movie. It's not mine. It's not up there for me, but I get it. And then, okay. Someone said, hey, not to spoil anything here, Krampus is my favorite movie. I'd be like, okay. What? All right, cool. And then we have kind of weird, but you do you. Maybe a little less respectable than okay. Although, let's do this. I'm gonna switch these, because okay seems more aggressive. It seems a little bit more aggressive than kind of weird, but you do you. Kind of weird is like, all right, okay, sure, yeah, I get that falls into your niche or whatever. And then okay is just like, what? And then I don't know who you are anymore. If this is your favorite movie, I can't trust you. I don't fuck with you. We're done. All right? We are done. If we could have we could be friends for 15 years and you walk up to me and be like, this movie right here is my favorite movie of all time. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. We're done. Get your toothbrush. Leave. Don't pack your bags because I don't want to see you anymore. I'll FedEx them to you. We're done. So, there might be a couple in there. Let's get started. Heathers. Heathers is a fantastic film. I think it's going to land in Perfectly Respectable. Because if someone said to me that Heathers was their favorite movie, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That tells me a lot about you. And I fuck with you. It's not my favorite movie in the world. I think it is a little bit dated in some aspects and unfortunately not so dated in some others. But it was hugely inspirational. You gotta love Winona Ryder and Christian Slater in this. He sounds really weird. He sounds like Gak from Nickelodeon Looks, if that makes sense. Greetings and salutations. Honestly, this movie might be in here if it wasn't for that. But, here we are. Scary Movie 2. Okay. What? Scary Movie 2? Well, actually, now that I think about it. Of all the scary movies, I suppose that is a based opinion to have. Scary Movie 1, 3, and 4, and 2. Why did I say it like that? Scary Movie 1, 3, 4, and 2 are the ones that I have seen, and of those, Scary Movie 2 is the best. It's still not it's a scary, it's Scary Movie. It's one of those trashy 2000s comedies. Actually, no, this goes in okay. If you like any of those, really, I kind of raise my eyebrow at you. Well, not if you like them, but if that's your favorite movie, I'm raising my eyebrow. What kind of comedy are you really prescribing to if that's your favorite movie of all time? I don't know. If it was Scary Movie 1, 3, or 4, not 2, it would probably be in here because what the hell? But this is better than the other ones, so there you go. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I think I Love You. Yeah, I think I Love You if that's your favorite movie. Straight up. Cause what? Cause what? I have a relationship with this movie. I would watch this movie probably once every 2 weeks growing up. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. Something about Bill and Ted time traveling and meeting famous people, and Napoleon having a lot of fun on a water slide and eating ice cream and getting the piggy medal. All of those things happen in that movie. And if that is what you prescribe to, I think I'm in love with you. If that's what you if that's your personal niche, then you are for me. So yeah, perfect. Fred 2, Night of the Living Fred. Now, okay. You might think that it would go here, but I think that's really funny if this is your favorite movie of all time. So I think I'm gonna go and I just think that you would be lying to me. I'm gonna put it here because I feel like if someone was like, Fred 2 is my favorite movie, I would be like, why are you lying to me? And like, that's funny. That's really funny, but what's your actual answer? And then you double down, and I'm probably gonna go here. It's not this bad though. Like, well, it's a terrible movie, but it's not like what that says about you is not this bad. I think it's like here because I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with that information. This is obvious. This is like, I'm like, we're done. This, I don't know what to do with the fact that Fred 2 is your favorite movie. So, moving on. The best in the series though. Let's make that crystal clear. Best in the series. Actually, I just realized which one this was. This is the worst in the series. Never mind. Krampus. I think Krampus is our first I don't know who you are anymore. Because Krampus, it's not even that bad of a movie. It's just like, it's in that PG-13 horror movie bubble. I just don't want anything to do with that. It's the epitome of I'm 12 and this is deep. And if a grown person comes to me and is like, my favorite movie is Krampus, I just don't think I can associate with that person. They probably smell a lot like Doritos. There's nothing wrong with Doritos, but I don't want to smell it all the time. You know what I mean? So, apologies if Krampus is your favorite movie of all time, but don't speak to me. Interstellar. Hear me out. I think, is Interstellar better than Heathers and Bill and Ted? Yes, it is. Do I love you if this is your favorite movie? Not really. It's like, okay, I like Christopher Nolan too. It's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. I'll give you that, but it's and it's respectable. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not in love. You got to sell me a little bit more than just saying you like Interstellar. Bill and Ted, if you tell me that, you don't have to do anything else. I'm with you. But Interstellar, you got to woo me a little bit more, okay? Right now, it's just perfectly It's respectable. It's like, hell yeah, that movie's amazing, but not much more than that. Sharknado. Okay. Sharknado, kind of in this same boat. It's kind of in the same sort of vibe. No, it's worse. Sharknado. Well, actually, I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny watching celebrity cameos get eaten by sharks. And it has like terrible effects and cheesy. Like, okay, you know what? The more I talk myself into it, the more I like it. Sharknado is for those people that like bad movies, like they like watching bad movies. And I can fuck with those people. That's a good time. So I'm going to put Sharknado here. It's like, if what you get out of movies is having a good time and just watching bad movies and like joking around and getting drunk or something, sure. Sharknado being your favorite movie makes sense. So kind of weird, but you know, you do you. If that's what you get out of movies, then all right, cool. Coraline, that's up here too. Coraline, I like it as much as the next guy. It's Halloween right now, so I mess with it a lot. Yeah, pretty similar to Heathers and Interstellar. I get it. Why it's your favorite movie? It's very well done. Very good. Probably not. It's not quite singing wedding bells. Now what is the Iron Claw. Now this movie came out on festivals earlier, but in theaters last December, and man, I fell in love with this movie. It's so good. It's probably not as good as like something like Interstellar, but if you said this was your favorite movie of all time, I'd be like, okay, you're really into wrestling. That's like a fun niche that I like wrestling too. I think that's cool. You're really into strong narrative pieces, and you like the direction A24 is going into. I'm with you. I'm in love. Let's do it. Same thing with The Lost Boys. If your favorite movie is The Lost Boys, I love you. I'm telling you right now, I love you. Like, what an amazing opinion to have. The hair in this movie, Kiefer Sutherland in this movie. You got Corey and Corey. The vampires explode into glitter. Come on. Come the hell on. What is not to love about vampires exploding into glitter? Don't kid yourself. Don't act like you're above that. Okay? And this has like the best theme song of all time. If you haven't heard it, it's called Cry Little Sister. Do yourself a favor. Listen to it. This is the most 80s movie of all time. I'm not even super into the 80s. This movie's just amazing. Yeah, I love you. Night of the Living Dead. Perfectly respectable. You're a horror fan. I'm a horror fan. Let's do it. It's a classic. I think I'd be worried about, like, you knowing so much about horror that I'm getting lost in the conversation. I love horror. I've seen Night of the Living Dead. But if Night of the Living Dead's your favorite movie, you probably work as, like, an SFX artist in the industry. And that's dope. But you might be a little over my head. But it's perfectly respectable. I don't know why this has turned into like a how likely I would be to date you if this is your favorite movie. That's not what this is. Unless. Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride is going in the kind of weird, but you do you. I have a very strained relationship with Tim Burton. Me and Tim, we go back and forth, and there are some Tim Burton movies where I'm like, man, you really cooked with this one. And Corpse Bride is sort of one of them, but I just don't trust him. He's fun. Hey, he's a fun, good time, but you can't trust him. You can't start a life with Tim. Corpse Bride is here. The Witch. Yeah, I love you, because what the hell? What are you? This movie is very strange. I love Anya Taylor-Joy, and I love Robert Eggers. He's probably my favorite working director at the moment. So if this is your favorite movie, you probably feel similarly. But why is it not The Lighthouse? Let's speak on that. I love you, but we're gonna have to talk about that. Carrie. Yep, that's up here and perfectly respectable as well. Very similar to The Night of the Living Dead. It's like the first Stephen King book. And it was made into a very good movie. Although it is a little weird if Carrie's your favorite movie, because there's a lot of like weird sexual innuendo in this movie. Which I know is like the basis of it's like sort of the underlying message of the whole thing. But yeah, it's a classic, perfectly respectable. Pulp Fiction, yeah, whatever, yeah. Okay, X-Men: The Dark Phoenix. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. In fact, hold on. I hate to do this. I hate to do this. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. Hey, I don't want to do this. I hate you. If you look at me and you say X-Men: The Dark Phoenix is your favorite movie of all time, I hate you. I love the X-Men. That's my favorite superhero franchise of all time. It's one of those niches that I'm very into. I know a lot about the lore and everything. So if you look at me and you say the worst of like the 12 X-Men movies that there are, if you say the worst one is your favorite, we're not even done anymore. I'm like tracking you down and doing something about it. That's a threat. That's an actual threat. If you're watching this video right now and X-Men The Dark Phoenix is your favorite movie, lock your door. Lock your goddamn door, because I'm coming for you. And I will not stop. Mother. Kind of weird, but you do you. This movie, it's great. I actually really like this movie. It's so deep and heavy, and it has a lot to say. I mean, it's respectable, but also, no, it's a weird one. It's a weird movie, and I'm all for loving weird movies. Rocky Horror's in my top 4. I'm into the weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. There's like a baby that gets eaten in this movie, so I don't know. I liked it a lot. I like Darren Aronofsky, but it's a little strange. Toy Story 3, okay. Yeah, okay. It's probably the best of the Toy Story movies, so okay. Yeah, sure. It's not particularly interesting, though. I'm like, all right. Dark Knight. Okay. All right. Like, I'm not even, like, okay. I don't love that movie like everyone else does. And if someone says it's their favorite movie, I get it, but I'm just like, okay. I don't really want to talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. The Final Destination, not to be confused with the first Final Destination. This is actually the 4th one and not the last movie. They called it The Final Destination, sort of implying that this would be the last one. There was another Final Destination that came out after this, the 5th one, and then there's the 6th one coming out. So yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who you are. You like being lied to is what you are, because this is not the Final Destination. This is the 4th destination. They're making a new one. There's going to be a 6th Final Destination. This is the 4th of 6. This is 66% of the way through the destinations. It's not the last one. So if this is your favorite movie, you just like being lied to. So I don't really want to mess with you. Gerald's Game. It's kind of weird. Why is Gerald's Game your favorite movie? It's kind of strange. It's a good movie. Like, I really like that movie. Love Mike Flanagan, the director. They said this movie would be unfilmable because it all takes place in one room, but like, what about it? Do you like this? Spoiler alert, do you like the scene where she like rips her hand off to get out of the freaking handcuffs? You're a little sick, but you know, you do you. Little Shop of Horrors, it's a little weird. You're probably into musical theater, which is like fine, but then why don't you pick Chicago? You know, like, why is Chicago not your favorite? Or like Singing in the Rain or something. Hell, Sweeney Todd was good. Like, why is it Little Shop of Horrors? I like Rick Moranis and John Candy as much as the next guy. You know, but like, why? Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, I hate you. I hate you. Why? Why? What's wrong with the first one? The second one is just bad. It looks like a not gifted 7-year-old drew it. Like a 7-year-old who's drawing but like isn't good at it. That's what it looks like. I don't know who you are, but I know I hate you. I feel fine saying that because I know this is no one's favorite movie. They took the melanin out of Esmeralda, and I'm not even kidding. Look at this photo. They took it out of her. Why? Oh my god, my foot's asleep. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Ooh, Zooey mama. My foot is asleep. Oh, wow. Oh, what should I do here? Okay, we're gonna work with this. Okay, Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I love you. God, you need to seek some help, probably. uh, because this movie's so depressing and sad, but man, it's beautiful. I'm watching the show right now, so we can talk about it. We can talk. I watched the movie before the show, which I know is like a cardinal sin, probably. But I watched it 3 years ago, and I don't really remember the plot too much. I just remember it being incredibly depressing. And watching the show, that makes sense. I'm on season 2. Once I'm done with season 2 and 3, I'm going to watch this again, and we can talk about it. You can tell me about why you love it so much. I'd love to listen to you. Fargo. Yeah, I also love you if you love Fargo. But only if you do the accent with me. If you, like, do the funny accent with me while we watch it, then that's here. If you don't do that, then it's here. But I'm going to assume you will if it's your favorite, so it's going to go here. Ready or Not. Kind of weird. It's a good movie. I liked it a lot. It didn't stand out to me enough to be, like, respectable as your favorite. Not that it's not a respectable movie. It just did not, like, I mean, like, Interstellar's up here. You know, like, it's not Interstellar, but it's still good. So, kind of weird that that's your favorite, but you do you. After Sun, this too, I'm sorry. This movie's 5 stars. It's 10 out of 10. It's beautiful. This is your favorite movie of all time. I think you just need, like, to seek some help, maybe. It's even more depressing maybe than Fire Walk with Me, and that's saying something. This movie is so fucking sad. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here, but, like, we need to change that. Like, we need to get some help for you, because that's just sad. Star Wars, one of them, I don't care if any of the Star Wars besides, like, episode 5 are your favorite. I don't hate you, but okay. I don't know. I'm not, like, Star Wars is cool. I'm not, like, the biggest Star Wars fan. I think this is the 9th one. I don't know who you are, actually, if you like the 9th one the most. I don't know what you're doing. Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Yeah, it's sort of similar to Sharknado, where, like, I think you're lying to me, but it's really funny. Even more funny than Sharknado, so I'm going to put it here. The order doesn't really matter, except for this right here. It looks like she's, like, blowing the shark away. Bye, shark. Anyway. Clue. Yeah, I love you, if this is your favorite movie. You are into farce. You're into Tim Curry. I'm into you. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, Clue is peak. And so are you. So this is my tier list. I'm pretty happy with it. I added an I Hate You tier, but I feel like these two are appropriate for being there. I don't know who you are anymore. Yeah, if you came to me and was like, this is it, I'd be like, okay, this is it. We're done. And then the rest of these are where they are. I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty solid. If this is something that people are interested in, I will do this again, because this was pretty fun. Or if you have an idea for, like, the same format but with a different idea, let me know, because I really liked doing this. So, yeah. Bye.